Here we are, yet again. Still stuck in the insanity. Last time we left off, we started planning for some copper processing. The new way for copper processing. And in this episode, we're gonna connect the dots. That is the pieces, everything we need basically to produce this copper. To process it, process all the things. In order to do that, we're going to need this copper ore, naturally. We're going to need the borax sooner or later. Actually, slightly later. And we're going to need the sound casting. And then we're actually also going to need a couple of other things, such as hot air. So I guess we should just get started and make a little train station for the hot air. Because I'm definitely not gonna drag a pipe all the way here. And I think that this hot air should be possible to provide around here somewhere. Because after all, this is where it exists. So we might as well provide it from where we get it. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yes, I'm rambling, I know. Okay, what do we need? What a surprise! We need iron! Who would have thought that we need iron? Very well, iron it is. No train to process item in depots. Let's hope that that's just because the trains are actually out moving and not because they are stuck somewhere. They don't seem to be stuck anywhere, at least. So that's good compared to what has happened previously. Everything is relative, right? Oh boy, I have lots of train stations, that's for sure. Well, there's one train moving at least, that's good. And here we go. Train stop noodles. Interesting, but no. This will be hot air provider. And we could have, if we would have been smart, we could have crafted this little tank while we were moving, but here we are, not smart, so what do you do? Okay, and a pump. Do I have a pump? I do soon. And our very dear friend, the constant combinator, we still have only a maximum train length of 2. We're probably gonna be stuck there for a while actually. And provide threshold, since this is a fluid, we will set it to provide a minimum of 25k. Excellent. And now it appears that we don't even have that much, which is interesting. But oh well, I guess. Should hopefully be getting... Oh, of course. We can actually put in a pump over here as well, so that we increase the amount available in this station. That should be good. Now let's continue where we were. Let's see, where were we? We were over here. So the goal is to fix this copper and then continue working on the mall. And the reason for this is that right now we are missing a lot of simple circuit boards because we are missing copper. Perfect break. Okay, and now these things should go to different places. So let's get started, shall we? And let's also request the hot air. Although I'm not sure where I want the hot air yet, so let's wait with that. Okay, copper ore. I'm still not certain about this, like how to scale this thing. Because I probably do want to scale it in the future at some point, possibly. Oh boy, we're gonna need more circuit boards probably. Hurrah! We have copper grade 1 and grade 2. So, okay, scaling this upward should be possible. So, okay, let's see, what was this? This was grade 2. Copper grade 2. On the right side, please. Thank you very much. And you can actually be a bit more conservative with the space here. We're gonna need more splitters. Would it make sense if you could copy a setting from a ghost to something else? I think it would, but apparently you can't. Excellent. So then this becomes copper grade 3. And okay, so here we should have the copper grade 1. And then that should sort of... Ugh. Okay, how about over here? That might work, I think. So that's copper grade 1. And then this should output grade 2 and the molybdenum ore. So the grade 2 we kind of wanted to move back again to this place. And oh boy, this is gonna be a mess. But how about we do something like this? Well, I guess like compared to what things we have built previously, this is not a mess at all. That's for sure. So, hello, what do we have here? We have copper grade 1 and copper grade 2. Okay. So, copper grade 1, please follow me. And here we have copper grade 2 and copper rejects. Okay, so that means that it's going to be a mess. Slightly bigger mess than intended, perhaps. So this is copper grade 2, 3, and copper reject. Wait a minute. You have copper grade 1. What am I doing? Copper grade 2 goes here. And then we're gonna need to take this out. So here we have copper grade 3 and copper rejects. That should not go into this one. What we actually want to have is this copper grade 1 into this one. But that's already what we have here. I'm so confused already. This is embarrassing. Oh well. I hope you can understand my confusion given the many different recipes that we have here and all this entire chain of things. If only we had some more copper. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be something? Okay, so copper grade 2 should go over here. And then that should go into this one. And that means that I probably want to take input priority from the left actually. Because that's the biggest reusage thingy. Now I'm not sure where to put this molybdenum ore yet, which is why I want to do what I always do, more or less. And that is not to put it in a chest, but to put it in a huge container. There we go. Okay, that should be fixed now. So the next step is these things, which is copper grade 3 and copper rejects. And copper grade 3. Oh, right, okay. 50% of grade 3, that's interesting. So for this machine, I kinda would like to have copper rejects. Okay, I'm going to need more splitters. Basically, I need to get more circuit boards. Oh boy, what a mess. Well, we have already maybe automated 25% of the copper area. Almost. It seems like, oops, we have a train here. I don't have time to wait for you. Go ahead. Yes, I know it left without completing the requests. That's perfectly fine. I was the one who sent it away. My fault. I am aware. 82 simple circuit boards. Okay, do we need anything else? Copper plates, definitely. Titanium plates. We don't have a lot of titanium plates. Let's fill up some with some duralumin. And lead plates is usually pretty useful as well. And some small parts, why not? And some more simple circuit boards. Thank you. Can remove that one and go here. Now I just think back to all the minutes and all the hours, actually, if you add them up, that we have wasted just moving back and forth. I mean, even now, when I'm in a train which is driving significantly faster than I can walk, it still feels like we're wasting a bit of time, but not as much. So here we are, and once again we forgot to make the thing. So copper rejects. Please make copper rejects go to the right. And then I will have copper grade 3 and molybdenum ore. Actually, since these are both related but also not, is this gonna work? Yes, if I configure it correctly. So I would like to have copper grade 3 go to the left. Nope, to the right. Which means that the molybdenum ore will go to the right or left, here, whatever. And the grade 1 and everything else will also go there. So that's perfect. I think that will work. And this means that we can move this a little bit more to the right. I do want to be saving space a bit because, well, because we have a fair amount of machines that we need to produce here somewhere or put here around in different places. So it's good to try and save a bit of space because this production chain is long. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, let's see what we have here. So here is where the copper grade 3 should go. Can do that. I think this is copper grade 3. Only one way to find out, I guess. Yes, it was. Great. So then we have copper grade 4 and copper rejects left. That's the result out of this. And copper low grade rejects. Okay, low grade rejects, yes. Fine. Here we might want a little bit of extra space. Or actually not. A little bit more extra space. So this is low grade rejects. And I do realize sort of that when I research the next copper processing, I will have to rebuild this. but that's gonna take a long while, so we should be fine for quite a while. Because with the next recipe or next tech level of this, we will be having yet another way to do things. Okay, so now I would like to take the grade 4 or something. What do we have here? That's the grade 4. And this is copper grade 4. And here we also have the low grade copper dust, of course. So the low grade copper dust should go into this thing. So I might actually want to switch around these two machines. And deal with the low grade copper dust first, actually. Because that produces low grade copper, which should go into this. Which will become copper plate. Okay, I'm gonna need water, and I'm going to need yet again another sinkhole until I figure out a good way to deal with the tailings. Well, I know pretty much what to do with this tailings, it's just that I don't want to deal with it right now in all these different places, which is why I'm just using the easy approach. How much water do you need? 200 water, 2 seconds. Fine, we can fix that. Pump jack. Thank you, pump jack. Water. So this is producing 300 water per second. That's pretty nice, actually. And it doesn't require too much electricity either. So low-grade copper dust, okay. Low-grade copper dust. That's this one. Low-grade copper dust. And here I'm honestly not sure which one to use as the main input priority. So let's use both. And we have a problem. Low-grade copper dust should go to the right side. Here, I'm sure you made this. Pretty sure at least. And then this can actually, since this is the only source, or should we have a bit of... Yeah, okay, let's have a... Or how often, how much... I don't know. Sure, let's have a little bit of space. So that we can output it. Possibly move it a little bit in case we want to, but at least we can have a little chest here. And then we have copper plates. How nice. Suddenly it feels like this wasn't too hard, but that's very easy to say when it's over. And of course, borax and sand casting. We have that all the way over here. That's stupid. molten copper, which requires borax and oxygen. I believe that the simplest way to make oxygen is to use an electrolyzer. I'm not sure if I have another easy way, really. I could use this approach, but that's not really that much easier. And the other approaches are not an option, really. Okay, why has things stopped? Is something not working? Oh. Okay, this is interesting. Where are you going? Where do you think you're going? Copper grade 3. You should go here. Then why are you not? This is copper grade 3, yes. So how about we do something like this? Should work, sort of, I think. Please make a little break there so that I can rotate that belt without getting into any problems. And then please continue. Okay, here we go. So let's make an electrolyzer over here. And then we will also be getting some hydrogen, which we will simply burn. Water electrolysis. At least this water electrolysis recipe is something we recognize from other mod packs as well. That doesn't really happen very often when it comes to PyBlock. But it's good to see that physics works the same across different mod packs. Somewhat, at least. Okay, borax and copper and sand casting. I think you're up. And then the question is about where to put that. I mean, it's not the best option to have that train station for the hot air over here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Copper and iron processing, hot air requester. Hold on, I want to have a rail signal here just so that I can tell the difference between these things. Thank you, much better. Pump. Always need a pump to remove the fluids from the train. Constant combinator. Always need, or should I say constantly need a constant combinator when setting up a requester station. For provider stations, it's technically not required, but we're doing it anyway because we always want to set the train size. Okay, hot air. So say 30k. Excellent. And in case anyone is wondering why we haven't gotten a delivery, it's because we're missing a green wire. There we go, request sent. Because this light is yellow. That's how I know. And now we also realize that the borax and so on is definitely not put in an optimal place either. But that's okay. I know how to use a belt. Very much not an efficient belt. Not optimal in any way, but it's still a belt. Because this could be made so much cheaper if only we had put the train station somewhere else. But we didn't do that, so... Okay. So what is this thing? It's copper grade 4. And that should go into this thing. Together with borax and oxygen. And some fuel. Isn't that annoying? Isn't that annoying? I can tell you yet that yes, that is very much annoying. Which is kind of why I'm going to make a little sheet or something. Well, not very much a sheet. I'm going to request coal, or basically anything burnable. I'm going to request a bit of it. And then I'm going to make it output on this belt. No surprise so far. Then I will have to do a little workaround and around this. And here comes the fun part. I will make it go onto this belt. Because here we have a filter, and here we have a filter. So the coal will just continue on this way until it ends up here, where we can happily insert it into a machine. So something like that should be okay. Not sure how fast this one is. It doesn't seem very fast, but that's all right. Now here we also need to split the borax and the sand casting, and we definitely want to have some kind of fluid container for this molten copper, because if I remember correctly, that can be used for other things as well. Oh, this is nice as well, actually. We can use it to directly make copper cable later on. Gonna need advanced casting for that though, which we are nowhere close to. And we can make tin cable directly, which is also very interesting. But also not anything that we have anytime soon. And this is even more interesting, to be able to make small parts directly. But that's also not something... Oh, wow. So many nice recipes, actually. We can make equipment chassis and duralumin just using the molten stuff. And even these multi-purpose pipes, which I think is like the best possible pipes in the game. The longest underground pipes. So saving some in a container will be very useful. More useful though if you can connect it with a pipe. Alright, we're waiting for the fuel. So here comes the coal and here this machine begins. Okay, so you can move a bit. Oh god. These fluid inputs are pretty stupid if you ask me. But very well. We just have to adapt. So how about putting something over here somewhere? Because now we just need the hot air. Oh, come on, of course. Again. Where are you, hot air? Here you are. Perfect. And as you can see here, this is working pretty good. I mean, sure, it might look like it's blocked, but that's because we have so much of this copper grade 4 already on the belt. And that's perfectly fine. So here we are. Now we just need to have the borax and stuff. Ugh. Please pretend like you don't see this. Beautiful. And here we go. We are producing 75 copper plates directly in just one go, like that. Now we're just missing one thing, or two. One of them is a logistic train stop, and the other is also a logistic train stop. Because now we both need to provide them from this place and request them at the other place. And then we also, of course, need to have a way to put them there. Using some inserters and belts and stuff. Well, at least we had enough rails, so that's something. There we go. And okay. And here this one should say copper and iron processing. Copper plate provider. Excellent. Train, hello. Please come and get me. Because I need more simple circuit boards. Vroom. Biotechnology is almost finished, sort of, I guess. Would probably have been faster if we would have gotten titanium faster. Well, I know that would be faster because I know that's what's missing. Alright, let's go down again. We need some inserters, we need another train stop, we need 2 warehouses. And we need a bunch of belts. Handcrafting items is really a great thing to do when going with the train. Not that much you can do while traveling anyway, so might just as well handcraft stuff. Saving some space for the thing. For the warehouse. Actually, I should have the warehouse here already. There it is. And then it seems like we need some wires as well. And this will be the fun part. So much copper plates. So much copper plates. And since I have a feeling that I might want to use something else as well in this provider, I will be putting the limit over here. Great, and at the same time not great. I need power. That's how you save a power pole. So please tell me, make this a multi-provider, please. Perfect. The train stop still has the same name, so then we need 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. 5 filter inserters coming up. And another power pole. So this should be our provider. Now let's go over to our old area. So now what I want to do is to stop this ore processing over here. And instead I will be requesting ore. Or rather not ore, but I will be requesting copper plates. So I will just be letting this finish. And this way we will be getting some machines that we will use for the next time we need to process something. Oh, holy cow, that's a lot of copper. Okay, please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Now I actually feel that having a cargo wagon here would be useful, where I can put all this copper. Thank you. So as you can see, all these machines are currently standing still. Now we can actually use this copper backup that we have. Or not so much a backup, more of a previous small area sort of, where we could just go and get copper. So this is good. 107k, holy cow. That's a lot. Let's hope we can find some usage for that soon. At some point. Give me back my inserters, please. Thank you very much. Now I would like to have something around here, sort of. Which kind of means that we need to bend this belt a bit. Excellent. Spoon 1982. Old Center West. Copper requester. Or rather item requester, probably. Because there might be some more things coming here. Which is why I want to make a filter inserter over here. But everything that is on the train should be moved out. What are you planning on delivering? You're planning on delivering copper. Interesting. I see. I think we can cancel this provide threshold so that we use the default of 1000 again. Max train length 2. And this is a requester, which means that we will use a provide threshold. And then we will set this one to output copper plate. And then of course we will actually be requesting the copper plate. 2000 copper plate coming right up. Now I can't help but wonder, how does our copper plates production looks like over the past 1 hour? So here it's been at 70 per minute, 59, 58, and then it went kaboom, and now we are sort of actually still around 50, 60, 70, I guess. But I think the important part is that now we are using a lot less copper ore to do it. So refactoring of copper has been completed, I believe. And as you can see now, it says that we are missing molten copper instead of this bigger chain. And that's because now we basically have all the copper we need, more or less. So the thing we need to scale now is the molten copper. Where am I going? Over here. Okay, sure. Why not? What are you complaining about? No trains to found transport, yada yada. So that means that we will be expanding this machine. No, we will not. My mistake. This was not the machine I was looking for. This is the machine I was looking for. Basic oxygen furnace. Can I have some more ones? Of course I can't. Copper grade 1. Where do you need to go? Copper grade 1, you should go here. You're right. Yes. So you may go here. This is gonna cause a bit of a backlog here for this poor machine, but that's perfectly alright. Though it seems like we might need to scale a lot of things. And oh, here we have a problem. Because these things... I forgot about this little machine that's also making copper plates. And here we will use a bit of a balancer, belt balancing. And I want you to prioritize taking from the left hand side, because that's the reused thingy. And this is not optimal that I haven't put any distance between this, but I guess it will just have to work anyway. So much copper, holy cow. I think we might have wasted a bit of copper just by having it use the wrong recipe. We basically have way too much copper grade 1 now. Although, doesn't actually matter. We would get the same amount of copper grade 1 anyway. So we're just emptying out our train and reusing all the previous copper that we had. Copper grade 2, where do you want to go? I think it should be around here somewhere. Actually, you made this. Now you can go wherever you want. And then it's just this that is a problem. And we can avoid that problem by doing our favorite activity, beeping. So please, when there is more than 3 on this belt, anything more than 3, molybdenum ore, exactly. So basically when this belt is too full, which should happen when this is full, which means that items will be backing up, then things will start to beep. Right. So I needed some stone bricks, I believe. Stone bricks, let's see. We need to start clearing out these temporary train stops because they are not very temporary at the moment. Thank you, stone bricks. Okay, this one I want to keep. This one I don't need at the moment. Neither do I need this one. Where does this go? Okay, so I don't need that one. That one goes over there. This one goes up there. That one I like, and that goes to the mall. There we go. Right, basic oxygen furnace. Ah, break. So now this should allow us to scale things up a bit here. It should hopefully fix our little lack of molten copper. Although then we might encounter a different problem, namely the fact that we need more inserters probably. I can't see anything for this smoke. Okay. Why do I have garg gum in my inventory? Oh well. And oxygen, right. Knew there was something missing. There we go. And yeah, now you see that we're basically missing the copper grade 4. But that's sort of more or less okay, I guess. It's probably mostly because of this machine, to be honest. So I might just scale this one up a bit. Perfect. Oh boy, come on, really? Okay. So how do I want to do this? How about something like this? Shh. There we go. Now we're scanning 3 belts instead of just 1. Great. I guess. Yes. This is good. Because these ones are pretty effective when it comes to giving us copper. Although it still looks like we are missing something. But now this whole chain looks different. Thankfully. I'm wondering though if our requester is working correctly. I'm not so sure actually. Because, oh, of course not. Because we haven't gotten a request here yet. And the reason for that is, as always, that we forgot to connect something. So here we go. Now we're getting a request and provider and stuff. And you may now contain... No, actually, let's stick with 3000 because we eventually want to change the way you make copper ore, because we eventually want to get rid of these old things. So that should be it. Copper ore has been fixed. What this hopefully means is that it should be easier for us to request things. How are we doing with stuff here? We are missing titanium plates. We're missing Alesia's drilling fluid, hot air, tar. This is not nice. Especially not the hot air and drilling fluid. So I think I'll just be producing a few more machines here, or set a few more things up. Let's see how much we have probably not a lot actually, I realize. Because we need more stuff in order to finish this. And I think that, as always, it's probably the fact that we need... Oh, I do need one there, of course. Okay. It's probably the fact that we need some more combinators, inserters, and, well, simple circuit boards, essentially. And everything that is included in that process. But at least that gives us something to do for the next episode. As if we were ever worried that we would run out of stuff to do. So let's see. Here I would kind of like to have this set up as well. Oh, I actually have some. Yeah, it is okay, actually okay to have that there. So this is what we have. And somewhere down here is kind of what we want. So we'll connect this to this one. And then we're out of stuff. Are we forwarding this request correctly? No, it ends here. And that should go up here, actually. Rather, it should go to this one. Okay, sorry, but I just need to finish this a little bit further. As long as I have this thought in my mind. Just so that I don't forget the setup and screw something up in the next episode. Which I'm sure I will do anyway, but I don't want to screw up this specific part. Because it's quite crucial that it works. Otherwise things will be delivered to the completely wrong place. And we don't want that to happen. I should have a four-way crossing there. But I don't. Well, still room to fix that, so there's not a worry. As you can see, we haven't used very much of all our new city blocks. There's many areas which are left untouched, but that's completely okay because we have plenty of landfill and we don't want to make too much of a mess. At least not more than we already have. So this one will be forwarding to this one, which forwards even further. So now you can see that we're requesting tinned cable. And we're actually going to fix that by producing it here instead. Tinned cable and copper cable. So instead of requesting tinned cable, well, rather we will request both tinned cable and copper cable for a while. So you see that this one is producing because we are requesting copper cable. We are expecting copper cable to this machine. And here we are also expecting some tinned plates. So now we should be getting a delivery of tin plate and rubber to this area, because we have those things. At least so I thought, but of course what we don't have is trains in our depot. Once again. So it might be time to scale that up. But at least we have something ongoing here. I want to have constant combinators here as well. So in the next episode, we will be scaling up this mall and fix any issues that we find along the way. So thanks for watching and see you next time.